because, again, I think there's many opportunities in this game. It's Bologna versus Sassuolo. Bologna plus 140. The pick'em, which is obviously draw no bet at minus 120. Sassuolo at plus 165, with the visitors getting a draw no bet at plus 100. Now let's start looking at the goals. They're expecting 3 goals. Over 3.5 is at plus 110. Under 3.5 is at minus 130. Bologna to score twice is at minus 125. Sassuolo to score twice is at minus 120. The draw's massive at plus 300. Maybe an Arnautovic. I mean, I'm not reinventing the wheel. Arnautovic at any time goal scorer, because if Bologna score, he will. Mina, goals in this game. Wouldn't like to go anywhere near the money line.
Yeah, I wouldn't go anywhere near the money line because I just don't know what to expect. Although I do feel that Sassuolo are a team that they now have nothing riding on it and they don't seem that interested. Whereas Bologna obviously were fighting so hard and have really come back into this, into Serie A because of the fact that Mihailovic is getting treatment for leukemia. Now, he was finally back on the bench last week, and he was like, I really hope that my presence won't mean that we lose. They ended up losing, obviously, but it was the world's dodgiest penalty. So completely understand that. I do think they're in a good run of form. If I was going to choose a money line, my money would be on Bologna. I feel like they are looking really interested, and they have like a weird point to prove. So I see both teams scoring in this match. I feel like Sassuolo have somewhat lost a little bit of interest, and I'm not really seeing these powerful performances. I don't think Scamacca has been at his very, very best. Both teams to score in over 2.5 is probably where I'd go.
Minus 150. It's a bit stingy for you, that. Matty, what are your numbers saying with both teams to score and over 2.5 there? And because that's at minus 150.
Yeah, I mean, the numbers for this are, it's pretty ridiculous. Sassuolo over 2.5, 8-2 last 10 games. Both teams to score 9-1 last 10 games. Head to head, both teams to score 7-1. Over 2.5 is 7-1 in their last 8 games. Also, over 10.5 corners is 6-2 in their last 8 games as well. But Bologna has scored first in 8 of the last 10 head-to-head matchups. Sassuolo is conceding 1.2 goals in the first half on the road this season. I'm just simply taking Bologna to score in the first half in this game. Did lose a little bit of value on it already. I believe it's at minus 130 now. I think both teams score in the first half in this game. Bologna's defense is a little bit better than Sassuolo's defense, obviously. But Sassuolo's offense has been much more consistent throughout the season, so their numbers in the first half are slightly better to score. So I think we could see a 1-1 or even a 2-1 first half in this game.
That's just in the first half. So, I mean, the minus 150, I mean, that could be our second parlay piece, with Venezia just getting a goal away in Roma at minus 140, and Bologna, both teams scoring over 2.5 goals at minus 150. That will be plus 180 on the parlay. Plus 180 for minus 140, minus 150 parlay. So that's something we can think about. Make sure you get yourselves in the chat. Jonathan Nelson said, I can see this being 1-1. What is that? Just after I said that maybe we could put in a parlay, both teams are scoring over. Yes, that's why I don't care anymore. I know, but that's when teams are dangerous. This stage of the season, you can see games like at 6-3. Because, again, the urgency is just to go out, just out the window and just go and have some fun. Let's have a little look at the official picks. Matty, Bologna first half team total over 0.5 at minus 130. And Mina picked both teams to score an over 2.5 at minus 150. But it wasn't minus 150, but it is now. And that's too stingy for Mina. So there's no way that she's going to have that on her record. But we may come back to it and put it in a parlay at the plus 180.